or this place where we dey, see where we dey pain us, see the pain where we dey feel. Okay? In fact, protest now one of the things where even they help citizens, make them get involved inside politicking or politics or governance. Because most times from protest, you go see people, then go pick interest. Say, this is what they even they protest about. How we take solve, and they go pick interest for inside of solving problems. Now, got many people don't talk say NSAS. NSAS now one of the things when they be say he birthed the movement, or when they be says a lot of young people can define who then go support politically. So now from there, NSAS know they totally unconnected with the obedient movement. Then according by how many people take put them. Then according by how some people take put them. So NSAS know they unrelated with the obedient movement. Okay, and so then I want the point what I try to make be say through protest, many people they wake up. Many people they wake up with waiting concern. They wake up to waiting concern governance. They wake up. They jassy. One jara one. Jara. I want to say jara. Jassy bear. Jassy. You know, some people go jar, then go. Not be to jackpot, then go wise up. Especially what they concern governance. That's not one of the things we protest do. They do many things. Many things there about protest. But that's on one side. Now the other side of protests, where people need to understand, and again why they talk about protest this morning. Very important. The other side of protests, we say that protest where did they see so? Either easily make some kind of bad people, when they be say some bangabuzu people, some rutum pafus them, may they hijack the process, use and take commit evil. That's number one. Number two, be say any protest where you don't come out from say you dey waka peacefully, it can't turn to confrontation matter, it can't turn to booze, it can't turn to violence, it can't turn to destruction of property and even life. Make you know say that one not be protest again. That one a criminal activity. Where you don't go, you burn house, burning of house is called arson. Now crime, now arson. Be say you dey protest. You go commit crime, JJ, answer for your crime. You go beat person, answer for your crime. You go loot place in the name of protest, answer for your crime. You wound your person, answer for your crime. Anything where you do, answer for them. If you want protest. If you want to commit the crime and get ready for the consequences. Anyone we want to get ready. Okay? So, the other side, like I talk, it gets some downsides to protest where people need to pay attention to. And that downside, now which I done the list out, is some bad eggs fit hijack the process, and some people, based on how the matter how to read, some people feel go carry the process now, take a step further, it will become like violence. It will become like violent protest. Become violence. People will come to this voice. What is this scatter things? This you do some kind of things. We don't make sense. And if you check out all of those things, you will come from saying it solve problem. You try called attention of government to problem to creating more problem. You can't be like say they create more problem instead of to solve problem. You create more. What to make me they talk all these ones now? Yesterday, some of the presidential aspirants or presidential candidates, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, the presidential party candidate of the PDP, they don't come outside officially since after the election. This is not the first time we hear from both of them. Of course, we don't hear from the VP candidates, them, and we don't hear from the party chairman and the party spokespeople. But today, now we hear from, yesterday rather, now we hear from the presidential candidates of the Labour Party and the PDP. We hear from them for the first time. Now, nobody they dispute anybody when they say feel aggrieved or you get your own case. Nobody they dispute them. Nobody they talk say, this your case is not real. Now lie, you they lie. Or you are not aggrieved. Or now lie, they no cheat you. Now, nobody they dispute any of those things. But I notice a protest. In fact, since after they don't announce the APC candidates as the president-elect, many people don't hit the streets for different parts of the country, for Edo State, for some other parts of the country. Now, even yesterday, some people meet for fountain for Abuja here, somewhere for inside of Abuja. We see some people they protest. We see different people they protest for different parts of the town and for different parts of the country, rather. Different pockets of protest they go on here and there. Now, like I talked before, they illegal. You never break any law, say you they go protest peacefully. You don't break any law. But you go check them. It is very important to still check them. For relationship, they go say emotional intelligence. Which I go call this? I don't know what I call them, political intelligence. Emotional intelligence. You supposed know the atmosphere. You gauge them. You gauge the atmosphere. No, say, okay, based on one or two, this protest now, if I go ahead with them, with the way where everybody they feel now, with the way many people, yesterday, Issa Chiku, even Patrick, some kind of people call me. People just express how they feel. People don't really they feel. Not be everybody, but most people or some people not really they feel good or feel happy. They just feel like say they down one kind. You get as the thing just they get hard in the feel. So me myself guys come some people down yesterday. I'm gonna cool down. So if you enter street, say you want to protest, it is okay, it is allowed, it is legal. By law, self, it is okay. But make you pay attention to the times where we dey inside. The times, you just be like say, many people they para. Any small thing now cause another thing. Remember when they talk about emotional intelligence, any small thing will cause another thing, So you want to go outside say you want to protest, yes, it's okay, but you need to be very careful. You need to bear them for mind, carry them for your mind. They say any small bass go fit lead to booze. Any small booze go fit lead to bass and booze. Kangaroo everywhere go bust. And that not be what we want for now. If that one started to happen, say we want to hear about violent protests or we want to hear about rowdiness for town or for any part of the country, now be say the purpose, number one, the purpose of the protest, first of all, don't they defeated. Number two, be say you don't create, instead of solving problem, you don't create problem. Because then the security agency is going to need to come out, try to stop the situation. If it involves damaging of property, like during the Naira Crunch, when people they protest, burn ATM, burn banks, beat bankers, it can involve, say, from solving problem, more problems can come out. Because those ATMs now, the money they go use repair them. Those people with them beat wound, then go hospital, and they go treat them. So you can't come out from solving problem, can't they create more problem. So you see, say, if you say you want involved for protest, maybe because you they aggrieved, you get every right to do so. But like I talk, you need to gauge the environment, gauge the atmosphere, number one. Number two, you need to be very careful so that protest, anything will resemble violence, no suppose come at all. Because the period where we did inside, no be period where people go gather one side, they bust bottle, or gather one side, they spoil something, they ginger, they para, they spoil something for inside of the country. Right now, we don't need that kind of thing. That's not why many people don't encourage, say yes, secret. But then, and one thing when I go talk about that court, yes, I don't hear many people go say, court, which court? We go see justice. No. You no go, I no go come here now, they encourage anybody to undermine the Supreme Court or any of our courts. You no go come, they believe without trying. Say you don't try, you just believe, say, I beg nothing, no justice for court, no justice for our courts. That they very wrong. You undermine the court, you belittle our court, you belittle our legal system. Even though say the food where your mama cook no sweet, you say you know sweet, Everybody they talk you self no go use your own mouth say, "Mommy, this your food no sweet." You no go talk to your mama like that. Even though say everybody they talk So even though say yes, people they talk some kind of things about our legal system, our courts and all of that, it ain't wrong for citizens to come out, slander the court, belittle the court, talk down on the courts. Because last, now that same court, that be the last hope of the common man. So what we could do now to constructively, criticize constructively. Not be say just tear down the court. We not get no justice, no court. Which court? No. The aggrieved parties, they don't advise them, Mona go court. And are they happy? Some of the presidential candidates don't indicate interest in go find justice and they go prove to Nigerians, say yes, the cause within the fight, the just cause. Now, what did my mind this morning on top of my church mind? I beg you, make we be very careful with protest this period. Okay, if you must say you look and say you must protest, you no get choice. I beg do them as peacefully as possible. Avoid gbasgbos, avoid problems, avoid violence, avoid distortion of people's movements. People they go their own may they go. Avoid disturbance of public peace. Anybody who want to do what you want to do, make it do. You get right to protest. Everybody get right to go their own work and do their own business. No spoil anything, no disturb anything. So that we go see, say you they responsible. Then anything where resemble violence, no suppose near them at all. That's not what's in my mind, because I can't see some people they protest here and there. My mind can't the court. I say make this thing now, no gonna go snowball, make it no gonna go into another matter. I don't say make anybody no protest. But we need to be careful, because now no be period to start to talk about fights, inter-ethnic fight or any kind of fight at all. We don't need them for this period. That's not why I tell you what I tell you. Check your time. 4 minutes before 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we did check inside of the newsroom. We did check inside of the junction where them pack the papers there, so that we go see waiting the papers them they talk this morning. They call me the chief priest and they come back. This one a super citizen at sunrise. And a good morning. No touch your radio.
This is our journey. We've had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7, Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated.